What's up, degenerates? Here we go again. Another time around the merry-go-round. We got week 4 coming up with J&Z. All bets are off. Z, how you feeling?
I mean, I felt like I just was at Six Flags, dude, riding roller coasters. But I feel great. I made some major bets the last two football games at night, Sunday night and Monday night. So now, yeah, I'm riding hot. I feel good. I don't have the money jacket on with the money lapel on my or the money handkerchief, but I feel good. I feel good.
All right, right on. Well, let's just real quick, we're gonna recap our picks last week. We'll start with the locks. I had Arizona -7 covered. Z unfortunately had Seattle, but you know what? To be fair, even though this was Z's lock, I believe the fuck that Seattle was gonna win. I don't know who didn't believe that. I mean, I didn't even know that they had like a second Dalvin Cook on their team. They just cloned that motherfucker in the locker room because they
Yeah,
were some other dude with dreads was just
I
destroying them
mean,
all game. So I was like, okay, I guess. And then who expects Kirk Cousins to play the game of his fucking life? Like, you know what I mean? But this is betting, where you believe something with your soul, and then just everything doesn't happen the way you think it will. But
yeah,
it's okay. We move on from that. Not a
that's
big
fun.
deal. As far as the other games, I think we did pretty well.
Four out
Uh,
of five. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Z had Carolina, who crushed. We had Tennessee, who crushed, covered. And then, the Raiders, what a fucking crazy game. I'm glad they won.
We
They
pushed.
did push for you.
So
You had them at 3. You had them at 3, so it was a push. I
yeah,
had them at 3.5, so I did not cover with
and
them.
technically it wasn't 4 out of 5, but 3 out of 4 with a push. So yeah,
Hey, we'll take it. So, I mean, if you've been riding with us this year, you've done well. And I've actually talked to a lot of people that's watched the show, and they said that they've done well. So that's good to hear. But
yeah,
no one gives a shit about what you have accomplished. It's what you're doing for them
yeah.
now. So
It's not
let's
what
talk
you
about
did or
what
what
we're
you're
gonna
gonna
do
do
for them.
now. What are you gonna do now from Easy? So
All right. Well, speaking of
good.
now, let's talk about Thursday. Thursday, Bengals in Cincinnati. What do you think?
Oh man, I
Well,
know
the,
you
well,
like.
the line is real quick. The line is Bengals -7.5.
Yeah, I mean, well, I know you're going to bring this up anyway, but yeah, last week I didn't have a play in the Steelers Bengals game, but I gave the edge to the Steelers. Again, I didn't play it, but uh, it's still hard for me to tell if I mean, this is a Steelers team that beat the Bills in Buffalo, which I'm very high on, and so I've been riding the Bills train even after that, and it's paid out well for me. I think I don't know if it's the injuries. I think Big Ben's his age has caught up to him a little bit.
We're not
I
talking about
still
the
hold the
Steelers.
stock.
We're
Yeah,
talking about Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Put
yeah,
some respect on my boy's name because for too many weeks now, there has not been enough respect on Joey B's name. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Z?
yeah. But I don't know. Seven and a half is a lot of respect, dude. Going up against a
Think
team that
about
has
this though.
game.
For example, my last 2 locks have been fading Jacksonville the last 2 weeks. They both covered 7. I consider Cincinnati just as good as Arizona. Yeah, I said it.
Wow.
And yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I can say it right now.
And then what jackasses beat the Jaguars the first week? Oh, my other lock, Denver. Like 7 is to be completely transparent. I am laying a lot on the Bengals, but I'm doing it at -5.5. So I'm a little nervous about the 7. I do think they cover it, but I am laying action on this with some teasers and taking a couple points. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a teaser play for me. I'll look into it. It wouldn't be a lock teaser for me, but it's just the seven's uncomfortable. But I do think they win the game, but it's not going to be
Okay.
a high play for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Respectable. All
but I'm
right.
watching them. They're on my radar. I'm watching. I'm starting to get a little feel for
Got
them.
him in quite a few parlays, which, by the way, I've been on fire lately. One of my best parlays was this random little. I call it the three-headed dog, where I picked three underdogs. So I had the Chargers money line, Cincinnati money line, and fuck, who else was it? Oh, the Saints against the Patriots. So nice little three-headed dog paid for me this
Yeah,
week.
sometimes those dogs who have the best fleas or have the most fleas are the best bets, right? So you
That's
just never
right.
know.
You never know. All right. So another
Well,
game that we really love, the Tennessee Titans going into New York to play the absolutely terrible New York Jets. What do you got? I mean,
yeah.
it's 7.5
So
Titans.
yeah, so this is a total action play for me on Tennessee. I did get some injury news today from my sources that AJ Brown is dealing still with a hamstring injury, which he
Is
didn't
that
play
true?
last game. Yeah,
Is
so
that
he didn't
true?
play last
Oh,
game.
I don't
So
think it matters though, right? I mean, it's the Jets.
yeah, yeah. Well, and then on top of that, Julio Jones was pulled for the last quarter against the game versus the Colts, which technically they were still in that game, but Vrabel said that he was going to be needed as an emergency basis, which it's kind of confusing. And I think there's some dynamic going on between Julio Jones and Mike Vrabel that's just not connecting for some reason. But
I can see
anyway,
that.
we're going to watch him. He's questionable, so there's nothing that's no red
You
flags
think
that
that
I
they
see.
cover 7.5 though?
Yeah, well, I did see their other wide receiver, Westbrook. That I think he has two last names, but Westbrook, whatever. He made some good catches, but he had some pretty big plays as well where he didn't do so well. He missed a lot of blocks. He fumbled the ball in the red zone. But with that being said, just giving you the information as it is, I'm totally comfortable with Titans here. This will probably be a 3-star play for me. Definitely like the 7. I actually got him at 7, so if you can buy the half a point just for peace of mind, do so. But I still think it's probably going to be a blowout. I mean, if there anything, it's a backdoor cover to push at most. But like the Jets are fucking terrible. I mean, like watching what they did against.
They're definitely the worst team in football. I agree with
Yeah,
you. I'm also taking the Titans. I'll probably just because I play like kind of conservative with the points. I'll definitely buy that half point, make
yeah.
it 7 across the board.
I
But
just
I
like
mean,
it's close like that. I don't want like 3. I don't like 3.5 games. I don't like 7.5. 10
yeah,
and a half's okay because then you're figuring that they can 11 points is doable, right? If they're up 21-10 or something like that, like that's not as bad. But I feel like when it's these 7.5s and 3.5s, I'm always willing to buy the half a point. Which, by the way, with the Raiders game is exactly why I did that. And look what happened. I pushed. So
yeah, absolutely. So another game that we both love, definitely both putting action on. Kansas City Chiefs are going into Philly to face the Eagles. Eagles just got spanked on Monday Night Football, so they're going off a short week.
yeah,
Right now, the Chiefs are a 7-point favorite. I think they cover that. The Chiefs have lost their last couple games. They're fired the fuck up. Patrick Mahomes is coming out. Andy Reid almost fucking died. He realized this is his
yeah.
last season to win anything. He's probably having a heart attack because
The
he
guy
hasn't
took
won
two L's.
in
Like
fucking years.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the guy took 2 L's and he didn't know how his system didn't know how to handle it because he's like, "What the fuck just happened?" And they said he was dehydrated, but I believe it was fucking shock that to his.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Um,
heart attack. I mean, the guy. I mean, respect Andy Reid, but he's obviously not healthy, and this is stress that I don't think anyone. I know the Chiefs has caused me great pain this year. I know that a lot of people have lost a lot of money on the Chiefs, but
yeah,
this week will be different. They're gonna get their shit together. Their defense is terrible, but it doesn't matter because the Eagles, as we found out against the Cowboys, are also fucking
they
terrible.
can't stop a nosebleed. So this is actually my lock of the week.
Lock
Believe
of
it or not.
the
Okay. This is my lock of the week. Obviously, I had a big play last night against the Cowboys, or with the Cowboys taking the Eagles. I read that game from the very start. I didn't look into it. Again, I don't like to look into that game so much when I have other games to focus on Sunday, but I do give it all my attention. And I mean, what I first saw from the Eagles is there's still a lot of development to come from Jalen Hurts. He's a skilled quarterback. I think he will be a decent quarterback in the
You
league.
see the flashes in the pan, like you see
Yeah,
the talent
you
is
see
there,
it,
but
right?
he's
You can see
also
it. Exactly. You can see that he
elite.
makes plays, but on the same hand, I mean, they just were not moving the ball. I think Kansas City, I mean, to take 3 L's in a row is just not, I don't see this
Not gonna
happening. And
happen.
it's not even going to be close. And let me tell you
I
this.
love this as your lock of the week. I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more. I think it's a 4, if not 5-star play for myself. So yeah, actually 5-star play for
It
sure.
would have, and I think that game would have been closer if you did watch the game. Kansas City turned over the ball in their first 4 drives 3 times in the red zone. to the Chargers. So keep that in mind. It's not like
That
they
was a crazy game. And remember, it was on my three-headed dog. So I watched most of that. I love to see it. Love to see those West teams beat each other up. But all
yeah,
right.
we'll bring the Chiefs for sure. Lock of the week.
Next game, you're gonna hear this a lot from me this week, but I like it. I'm gonna put money on it. I got the Carolina Panthers going into Dallas against the Cowboys. Right now, the Cowboys are 4-point favorites, so I think they cover that. I think this is an easy play. Carolina is not as good as people think they are, even though they're 3-0.
Yeah.
CMC's hurt. Sam Darnold is not ready for the Cowboys defense, and
No.
Carolina's defense is going to get fucking destroyed by Dallas. I think Dallas blows them out. I love this game. It's not my lock of the week, but I would say it's a 4 to 5 unit play.
Yeah, this is a big play for me. I think it's a 3-unit play for me as well. I think the Carolina, I think they played good. I mean, but like you look at the games that they played, right? They played the Jets, they played the Texans, the guy that has the longest fucking neck, Davis Mills. And that's why I hammered them, against the Texans on last Thursday. But Dallas just looks good, man. I mean, they just look like they have it all together. I mean, even after making that little mistake in the end zone where he fumbled it, I wasn't concerned. And that doesn't happen.
Me neither. That's actually when I took my live bet.
Yeah, I was like 7-7, big fucking deal. I still had the first line, half line -3, and I was like, wow. I'm like, I have no concern right now. I'm like, the way I saw them move the ball, I'm like, there's no way the Eagles are going to stop them, which is, again, why I like the Chiefs against the Eagles, because they were missing a lot of their players. They were playing with their third-string safety, that kid, Epps or whatever. He was getting fucking destroyed. If you think Dak Prescott's going to rip these guys apart, think about what Patrick Mahomes is going to do. Brandon Graham, their best end, is out still. So, yeah, and I think the Cowboys are going to roll against the Panthers here. And I believe McCaffrey – is he injured? Yeah, I don't think
he's going to be out for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, they're done. Yeah, then this is dude,
it's over.
4-star play for me. I'm 100%. Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, so that's a great play. Here's another game that I actually like a lot. I would say it's more of a 3-unit play for me, but we got the New York Giants going into the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are favorited by 7.5. I do think it's too many points, but I'll definitely take the Saints with like a teaser, or maybe even like -4. I think they win, but that's you never know, because you don't know what Jameis you're gonna get, and the Giants are due for a win, but they're not gonna get it against the Saints in New Orleans. No fucking way.
Yeah, this is a game I'm probably not going to touch. I think 7 points is a lot to give the Giants. You don't know what Saints you're going to get, right? Like, you got the Saints that killed Aaron Rodgers 38-3, and then you have the next week they lose to Carolina, which they scored like garbage time points. This is what I was talking about, man. Like Jameis, I watched him. As a Florida State guy, I watched him through college. That's a different type of playing field than going. And I watched him when I lived in Tampa. I saw all that going on there. And I know this guy very well, and I'm just not comfortable laying 7 points at all.
Fair. All right. Next game, since neither one of us is going to take action in it, let's not even talk about it. But the Browns are going into Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Vikings are actually a 2.5-point underdog. No way am I touching it. I have no input on it. I don't even want to fucking talk about it.
No.
Let's move on, unless you have something to say about these two teams.
I have nothing to say, especially after what the Vikings did to the Seahawks, so I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not going to bet on it. I'm pretty sure that you're not either, but just so everyone knows, the Lions are playing the Bears in Chicago. The Bears are actually 2.5-point favorite. I couldn't even tell you who wins this game, to be honest. I actually would.
How are they a favorite, man? Like how does this guy even have a fucking job still? That team has lost all belief in this guy. These players don't want.
Matt Nagy, by the way, is who he's talking about. The Bears coach.
Yeah, Matt Nagy. Well, if you're following the show, and you don't know what I'm talking about, then stop. You're a fucking idiot. I don't even want to say his name, but like. You see Jimmy Graham tweeted out like our stats about having only 1+ yard as far as like what we did as production, 1+ passing yard.
He's a
Your
terrible
own players
coach.
have zero trust in this guy. And guess what? I don't think the Lions are as bad as what people say they are. They almost beat the Ravens. They, they played a good Packers team in Lambeau.
They played the Niners stuff too.
Yeah, they played the Niners stuff and came back. So I don't know how the fuck the Bears are favorited here at all. Like, it's just.
Would you take the Lions with the points? I mean, if the
Bears,
Bears,
if I would have played this game, I'm not going to bet against my team again, unless it's a total lock. But there's no way I'm taking the Bears here. I would take the Lions money line if you're going to bet on this game.
Oh, all right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, so we got a game that I'm gonna put on like parlays, but as teasers. We got the Houston Texans going into the Buffalo Bills, but the line is just like absolutely fucking crazy. Buffalo Bills minus 16. I mean, I don't feel comfortable taking any team in the NFL 16 points. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, actually, I like this game a lot. So,
Are you really? Are you going to take the Bills minus 16?
Yeah, it's a 2-star play for me. I've actually already took the money on it already. I put the bet in. But it's not, I'm not going heavy on it. But I mean, after saw what the Bills did last week, the Texans are like, look what happened against the Panthers. The Texans are fucking terrible. So I think you're going to see the same type of romping play style that the Bills laid on forgetting who they played last week.
Redskins or the Washington football team.
Yeah, the Washington football team, which has a way better defense than the Texans do, and they have a way better quarterback in Taylor Heinicke. I would say way better, but they have just as equal to or better quarterback. So I don't see how
you're not going to get the same. He's trash. I would actually like to go on record saying that I think Davis Mills or whatever the fuck his name is better than Heinicke.
Daddy Longneck.
Yeah, Daddy Longneck is way better than Heinicke, who, by the way, got a Bud Light sponsorship, and like it sounds just so cheesy and lame. Like,
why don't you get a Heineken scholarship?
Dude, I guess he was trying to get one, and the Bud Light heard that he was trying to get one and didn't get one, so they're like, "Oh, we'll give you one." I don't know. The whole story's
should have got a sponsorship from Keystone Light, dude, because that's all that kid's fucking worth.
All right, let's go to the next game. Colts Dolphins. I really like. So the Colts are going into Miami, and they're a 2-point underdog, and I love this game. I think the Colts are going to win this game, and let alone they're getting 2 points. I mean, I love this a lot. I think the Colts are going to roll. I think that they're not as bad as everyone thinks. They're not
one of the best 0-3 teams, right? They haven't won a game yet.
No, they haven't won a game yet. But think about every single person they played tough. They played, Seattle tough. They played the Titans pretty decently. Like they were in the game until the end. Like it was, but they've only played good teams, and Miami is not good. Like they are terrible. The Raiders are lucky to like even win that game because they played so terrible. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Colts. I think the Colts win. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I like the Colts here. I'll probably have them in some type of play. I mean, 0-3 teams. That's kind of why I'm worried about the Jags here, and with that 7-point spread. Even if they don't win the game, I think they're going to try to keep it close. I mean, there gets a point to where like every game is a Super Bowl for you right now, and I think the Colts are again one of these 0-3 teams that. They're not the worst in the league by any means. They have a capable quarterback, but I think they go in here and they're facing their old quarterback. What's his name, Jacoby Brissett. So
yeah,
they're gonna be hungry and chomping at the bit.
I think they're gonna roll. Let's not even talk about this game because I know neither one of us is laying action on it. But just so people know, Washington football team going into the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are actually the underdogs by a point and a favorite. I just want to throw it out there. I did say last week that the Falcons would beat the Giants, and they were underdogs, so I called that one out. I think both of these teams are trash, and I would not bet on this game if my life depended on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's leave it at that. So, game that I'm excited to watch, but personally, I will not be putting money on it because fuck Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks are going into San Francisco to play the Niners. The Niners are actually a 3-point favorite. To be honest, I do think the Seahawks are going to win. Am I going to put money on it? No, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking Seahawks, dude. Yeah, I'm not betting the Seahawks. They're dead to me. I thought they would bounce back. Like I said last week, I elaborated that this was a bounce back
Dude, their
spot for
defense is
them.
terrible. I
Yeah,
mean, Jimmy
I
G can
mean,
probably tear them apart if Kirk Cousins did
yeah,
that.
I mean, they got so many fucking problems, dude. It's not even. Their offensive line is terrible as well. It's not even close. So, I mean, I think Seattle could come in and win this game, but
Tyler Lockett's hurt too, right? Like,
yeah, Tyler Lockett's hurt as well, which again, that's a big part of their offense. I
I
just
would
don't
stay
see
away
any.
from
I don't
this.
see any motivation in this game. It's an interdivisional game, which I think those are usually pretty close. I see this as a overtime game where we're down to a field goal at the end and someone's got to win. So
Yeah, I see that too. Stay
yeah,
away from this game unless I mean, I'll probably watch it and take it live, to be honest. But
yeah.
yeah, stay away from it. Here's a game that I love a lot.
Mhm.
I don't know. Is this the one that I said might be my lock of the week? It might be.
Wow.
All
Lock of the week.
right, well, fuck. Actually, I'm not sure. I remember. No, it is not my lock of the week. My
Yeah.
bad. But
So that's right. Yeah.
it's my sidekick lock. So like
Your
if I
four-star play. It's your four-star play.
have
Yeah.
and that's the Arizona Cardinals going into play the LA Rams in LA. The Cardinals are 4.5-point underdogs. I think the Rams beat the shit out of Arizona. I watched more Arizona football than I would like this year. I don't think Kyler Murray's as great as people think, and we've been saying that for years. Me and you have been saying that. Cliff Kingsbury, that fucking moron. I cannot stand his play calling. It's like he's still in college. What I see the same stupid shit every Saturday. Everyone thinks they're fucking Pete Carroll. And
I
guess
mean, he threw Prater out there to hit a 68-yard field goal, and that guy ran it back to the house. Like,
what a
my
fucking
thought
moron.
was like, Kyler Murray is capable of throwing a Hail Mary. He did it to the what's his name to
What a fucking moron, right?
just
What a
let the kid
moron.
throw another Hail Mary, but no, he goes out there and tries to make fucking Prater a hero.
Yeah.
And break his own
So
record.
he's a moron. He definitely they all have this like Pete Carroll syndrome. I fucking hate it. So I cannot wait to fade Arizona and bet on the Rams. I think they cover the 4.5. I think it's a four unit play. I love this game. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to be very short and sweet with me. Look what they did to the defending champion Tampa Bay Bucks, which I think is a way better team than the Cardinals are. And they came into their home. This is the same situation. Arizona's going to Los Angeles, and you're not going to tell me that they're going to cover a 4-point spread when they just beat the shit out of Tom Brady and the Bucks. So no, I think the Rams are just getting started, man. I think they're going to be a fucking team to deal with, and they got Super Bowl aspirations on the rise.
I like it. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
This game, I don't know why. I just feel uncomfortable about it. I'm gonna stay away from it. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers going into Green Bay. The current line is the Steelers are 6.5-point underdogs. Personally, like I said, I just don't trust either team. I don't know. I would almost even say like I feel like there's gonna be some weird shit where the Steelers win, but like it's just so like counter. It's I don't know. I just stay the fuck away from this game.
Yeah, no play here. 7 points. I don't feel comfortable getting 7 with the Steelers or 6.5, and I don't feel giving 6.5 with the Packers. I mean, basically, besides the Lions, their games have been pretty close. Well, I guess that's not true. They got blown out by the Saints, so that even gives my point even more validity. That I'm not going to take either side on this because I can totally see the Steelers. Like Mike Tomlin gets the best out of his guys. So
dude, I can see the
any given
Steelers
Sunday
winning this
with him.
game. I really think the Steelers, like, if I was the bet on this game, I would just do like Steelers money line just to like say, fuck it, what if,
Yeah, this isn't the play. No, I'm not.
All right, so next game, I'm definitely not betting on. I'm staying away from this game. I have no idea who's gonna win. As everyone knows, I do not bet on shit where I have no idea. Baltimore Ravens going into Denver against the Broncos. The Ravens are actually the underdog with +1.
I mean, that's not really an underdog. I feel like it's
a pick 'em, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, and it will be probably by the end of the week. It will be a pick 'em. So
I think it's a pick 'em. Personally, I feel like so this is the thing. The Broncos have been playing great. Obviously, their defense is amazing. But
They played shitty teams.
They play shitty teams, so they haven't beat anyone good. And Jerry Judy's out, KJ Hamler's out, Bradley Chubb's out. They're starting to fall apart. The Ravens, I mean, they're extremely hurt too. But like, dude, Lamar Jackson is a baller, dude. He finds ways to win. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you who wins this game. I'm not even gonna guess because I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of these weird games that you just, I think they're playing in like the afternoon too. You don't know how they're going to do, like Lamar and the rest of the team on dealing with that altitude and everything. So I don't know. It's just there's not a play for me here. I don't see any. There's so many other good games on where I don't have to even think about these plays, right? So
Exactly.
yeah.
All right. So this is actually my lock of the week. Sorry for the false. Lock of the week. We got Sunday Night Football. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers return to New England to face Bill Belichick and Mac Jones, who honestly looks like a rookie quarterback. Surprise, surprise. Right now, the Buccaneers are 7-point underdogs.
Yeah.
I think they beat the Patriots by like 21 fucking points. I think it's a blowout.
I mean, what more motivation do you need to be Tom Brady, who honestly there'll probably be a lot more cheers than boos, I would imagine, having him come back. I mean, look at the fucking jersey on the wall, dude. That's why he's a legend. I mean, that's where he made his fucking bones at. So I gotta think that he's gonna be fucking amped, especially after getting his ass whooped by the Rams. He's gonna show Bill Belichick.
All week at practice, people are like, "Dude, you better not fuck this one up."
Which also for me could have been a look-ahead game as well. There could have been a little bit of that going on. That he marked this one on his calendar this year. I think it'll probably be the most highly rated regular season game in the last few years. I would put money on that as well. But yeah, this has all the makings of a fucking classic Tom Brady.
Dude,
time.
This is a not only my lock of the week, but like 5-unit play. Like I love this game so much. I hate you, Tom Brady. I fucking hate you. I don't like you. I respect what you've done, but you're gonna make me a lot of money this weekend. So I'm cool with you this week.
Absolutely. Scotty Miller's out, but she's like their third wide receiver. But Antonio Brown will be back from COVID.
Gronk also is fine. He's probably gonna play.
Yeah, I mean Gronk's just as pumped to go back there. So yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's just gonna be a great game to watch. And while we win, it's gonna be awesome. So
it's gonna be a good one. Monday Night Football. The Las Vegas Raiders. Their second Monday night, by the way, going into LA to play the Chargers. This game is going to be fucking electric. The Raiders are 3.5-point underdogs, which I think is fair considering how they played against Miami. Considering the other two games, how they played and how the Chargers have played all season, this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I'm absolutely laying no action on this. I think it could go either way, but I think it's going to come down to whoever makes a mistake in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean the Chargers are riding the wave right now. They're on a high, coming off of beating Kansas City, the defending AFC champions in Kansas City. I don't know how much with those type of teams, especially a young team. We don't know them enough yet to actually know if like that energy is that going to momentum carry to the next week, or is it going to be like a hangover, being like, all right, well we've already proved that. We beat the Chiefs. Like I don't know how it's going to be, right? So I will probably have a play in this. I think I'm going to lean towards the Chargers just because I think they are the better team. I mean, these games that the fucking Raiders are winning, dude.
So check it out. Do you notice this? It says Oakland Raiders on the screen.
Yeah.
This is NFL.com. Nice.
Respect. But yeah, I'll probably play. But I'd say ask me again on Monday, just like with the Cowboys and Eagles, right? I said I didn't really want to look into it. Most of my action, as I said earlier in the show, is like if there's games I like already, I'm focused on those for right now, and we'll see.
There's too many good things to like just be like, oh, I'm just gonna bet on this one just to bet on. I mean, it's Monday Night Football, so obviously we're gonna bet on it because it's the only game on, and we're degenerates. But hey, look at this fun stat, dude. The Raiders are first in offense so far. First in passing. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, it's been 3 weeks, but whatever. So as a part of every ending of the show, I do have
Yeah.
just one teaser. I think me as a lock. I love this play. I kind of jumped on it right away because I had it in my mind when I saw the schedule this week. I'm like, this is exactly the teams I'm going to play. So for my teaser for the week, I'm going to do Titans -2, Chiefs -1, Rams +1, and Buccaneers -1 as a 14 teaser.
Nice. I like it. I'm going to share one parlay that I'm doing this week. It's a 5 leg. So I as everyone knows, I do a lot of parlays. I always hit at least one, if not two. At least I have the last 3 weeks. This one I really like. So it's a 5 pick. It turns out to be, plus 1,254. It's the Buccaneers -6.5, Cincinnati -4, Tennessee -5.5, Indy +3.5. And then also there's a UFC fight on there. Nico Price -150. If you can mix sports with your bookie or whoever you're using, I would recommend that.
You're
I'm
legal.
actually gonna throw that out there that on Saturday there's some fights. So I might make a quick video, just upload it to tell people my picks if you want. Don't know yet, but Nico Price, remember the name. He's a lock for the UFC on the this Saturday.
The price is right, bitch.
You know it. You know it. All right. Well, that's all we got for you today. Hit the like button. Remember to subscribe.
Yeah, man, we're winning. We're winning
money.
here. Come on, like
Yeah, we're
guys
making money.
So like, don't take my locks as your only play. Play all the plays that we have, and again, you're gonna win more money than you've lost so far. I mean, 3 weeks in, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell the dad that you haven't talked to in 15 years. There's a reason. Be like, hey, do you got the Bucks -7? We should talk. Use this to your advantage. This will be it'll be a fun weekend. And by the way, I'm going to be having a visitor come in to watch these games with me.
That's right. I'm gonna fly out to San Diego to hang out with my boy Z, and we're gonna lay money on this shit live.
Yeah, so we're gonna be in there watching the games together. Hopefully they'll bring us some good juju. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what's happening, and we'll talk next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Z and J, all bets are off. Over and out.
Later.